So welcome to the Pregnancy and Prenatal Pilates Mastermind. The whole idea of this mastermind is to help women feel more powerful, feel more safe, and definitely feel more supported one movement at a time. Most of the time, now it has changed a little bit, but in the previous years, I would say about 10 years ago, exercising while pregnant was not necessarily so promoted. But we know now with research, and we know now with the experience that we've had with pregnancies and exercising or moving, that movement is a key element to a healthy pregnancy. And that's the most fascinating part. You know that in that second trimester, everything you say, everything you intend, every touch, every contact that the woman will have will literally be absorbed and be experienced by the baby as well. Not so much in the first trimester. The first trimester, the baby's pretty much shielded. It's like an armor. It's like, the mama is a warrior for the baby. Everything is safe. And then afterwards, it's almost like, we open the windows and suddenly we can see and smell and get a sense of how the outer world is affecting and is influencing us as a baby. So definitely the first, we have a first impact or imprint as a cellular being in the first trimester, and we have a second imprint of our senses and our interaction with the outer world as a cellular being. So we have different moments of imprints. We have also an imprint when we're being conceived, the moment the magic happens and mama and daddy are happening and something is happening there, and there's an exchange, a transformation of information, creating a human life. This is when you choose to That's when you choose your parents, karmically, they say. We always say that we don't choose our parents. In some beliefs, we actually do. We know now in embryology and through the fascial system and how the cells are responding is that the cell, the egg, is choosing which one she's letting in. And I think this is fascinating, that it really comes from the egg receiving and choosing to receive and choosing to open the door to whatever intuitively genetic information is in front of the door, and she's letting that in. So it comes from a melting of an invitation. It doesn't come from a forceful, I'm the strongest species survives. No, it is actually the female egg that chooses who's coming in. And that has been proven. So it's absolutely fascinating how, the perspective is shifting from the strongest wins to the lady decides. So I am very, very clear with my pregnant ladies that it is important to them to go back to their old body weight on the scale and to their body shape before they got pregnant. I'm going to be very picky with them until they hit basically month 7. And then I say to them, listen, you know what? Enjoy yourself. If you want to just go loose a little, that's okay. I mean, don't put on 10 or 15 pounds if you don't have to. But even if you were, we can get rid of it very easily because you have not settled and sat on that weight all this time. So please don't underestimate that, because a lot of women come to you and come to Pilates also with the wish of finding back a way to their old self again. And you will not do this with 10, 20 or 30 classes. It's if they've put on too much weight from the very beginning. This is only possible if they've put on a little bit of weight at the very end. So all my pregnant ladies, as I said, I'm very firm when it comes to that, because I know the heartache that they're going to go through for the binge and the pleasure they gave themselves for 6 months. And for me personally, it's not worth seeing that heartache and seeing them suffer as a woman afterwards because they're body shaming themselves. In the first trimester, to stay safe and effective in your programming, you will modify certain things. The focus is to optimize. The first 3 months, whatever you do, you want to optimize what is. You want to bring more body awareness and more listening to the body. You want to improve their strength. You want to improve their flexibility and their mobility. That doesn't mean you're stretching them. That means you keep them agile and spongy. And you want to start to increase and enhance their core stability while making sure they understand proper alignment and their posture. So you're really setting the foundation and you optimizing their foundation. You want to keep them as pregnant-free as possible in their body. You want them to not show as much as possible that they're pregnant. So feeling safe inside and outside, feeling confident in you and in your credibility is very important when you teach pregnant women, because if you are sure of yourself and you are creating a safe environment, it will calm down their nervous system. And it's the only way for them to trust the experience they're going to have with you. The feeling of being connected and being loved is very important to them as well. And it's important that you show them that you truly care. It has to go beyond just seeing them once or twice a week. You may want to send them a little message, seeing how they're doing, how they're feeling. You may want to send them a message after the class. How was the class? Did you sleep well? I hope you had a good time. Let me know so I can adjust. It's important you go beyond just the hour with them. You need to really show them that you care. And it has to come from the heart. Don't do it because I'm telling you to do it. Do it because you really understand the need they have to be connected with you, with their baby, and that they feel loved. Because the love is basically the nourishment, the biggest nourishment for the child. But how can you give love to someone else if you cannot receive it and if you cannot give it to your own self? That's why really teach from a place of love and share from a place of love when you're with them. And then also, they like to feel useful. They love to also help. Every pregnant woman knows another pregnant woman, and she knows everything, and she gives them all the tricks and the tips. And it comes from a place of service, from a place of help, from a place of contribution. So make sure that you come also from a place where you're being helpful, you're being useful, you're being involved. You want to enhance her well-being. Show that you are going out of your way to be of service. And again, it has to come from a soulful experience, from a mindful experience, not from a commercial point of view. If you do it just commercially, forget about it. They will feel it right away. They have a very strong sense of intuition at that stage, way more than probably you may have. And it's very important that you are understanding that if you are with pregnant women, do it because you want to do it from a place of love, contribution, and service. So create a space where they feel seen, where they feel heard, where they're being valued, and where they know they're going to be supported. Whether they cry or laugh or whether they need an armchair and a cushion and a tea, it's okay, because that's what they need, coming from a place often of fear, of immense fear. And help them to not keep that feeling alive of not being enough and not being loved. So make sure you're not just their movement expert, but that you are the mirror of trust. That you are a space and a place and a person that is trustworthy. If you're in a high state, not only are you carrying, but you are being carried. That's the beauty of a high state. If you are resonating above in that high frequency, you are being carried. It's effortless because the 80% of the work is done for you, with you, through you, as you, with your high vibrational state, with your beautiful state. And this is a huge takeaway for sure. And just the concept, remember just the concept. You don't need to know how you do this. Just remember the concept that those women who come to you, or even men, whether they're pregnant or not, doesn't matter. Most of them really need to be seen, need to be heard, need to be understood, need to be valued. And basically they're here because they need to feel more safe, more sure. They need to feel connected. They might need to feel loved. And they're here to contribute to their body, want to do something for their body, like you are doing something for them and with them. And some of them clearly need to feel important and valued. They need to be significant.